Welcome back. Let's look at the trade setup. It looks quite good once again this morning, and we should start at a fresh all-time high, 13,805 on the futures. So that's about a 45-point gap up. That should take us to a new all-time high. Mitesh Thakkar and Rahul Mohinder now joining in. Good morning, Mitesh. What would be the index trade today?
Morning, Anuj. I think the key point which I was looking at was what you just mentioned, that we will start at a fresh high. So I think most likely we'll start past this 13,750, 780 zone. I think that should invite some long positions, and the next target should be 13,900. So let's say if we open around 13,790, 800 levels, take a 50-point stop loss, play for at least 100 to 120 point kind of an upside. Immediately. I think unless until we start getting below 13,750 again, the immediate trend should be on the upside.
Okay, immediate trend
Similarly,
on the upside.
the Bank Nifty could head.
Okay, now that was my next question, Mitesh. Do you have a, do you think there's a better trade on the Bank Nifty compared to the Nifty?
Yeah, I was just coming to that, Anuj. I think the Bank Nifty, which after a bit of underperformance started catching up in the last 2 days, could head towards 30,600 or even 30,800. So I think maintain longs over there. I think a fresh long will happen in the Nifty because it's hitting fresh highs, which is what the Bank Nifty is not doing. But the trend on the immediate basis for the Bank Nifty is also on the upside. And 3600 is a historical gap and 3800 is a pivot point. So I think these are two targets which I have in mind.
Okay, got that, Mitesh. Thanks for that. Let's bring in Rahul as well. Rahul, good morning. Season's greetings to you. Getting set to wind down this eventful year 2020. So what's the approach today in terms of trade? The indices to begin with?
Good morning. I think, first of all, the Nifty, yes, continues to look positively. But, on the same note that you were discussing, the Bank Nifty versus the Nifty, I'll come in there that 13,900 to 950, that's the broad target I have on the Nifty spot. And that's not necessarily just a today target, I think, over this week somewhere. But I think the Bank Nifty is more well poised. From a risk-reward standpoint, I'd probably put a stop loss below 30,150 and look at targets of about 31,200. So I think it's more well poised from that risk-reward standpoint. But in the main, I think there's no fears in terms of the trend. We look fairly solid on both the indices. From a short-term trader standpoint, from the spot Nifty, the 13,650, that's an important level of support. Unless that breaches, again, there's no review on the trend, I think.
Okay, well, a gentleman morning to both of you and Happy New Year to both of you in advance. Rahul, what are the stocks that you'd be bullish or bearish on today? What do you have for our viewers?
Bajaj Auto. A strong performer over the last few days, and I think it's again poised to create an all-time high. I'm looking at 3,500 to 3,520 as a potential target on the stock. I think even though the stock's very buoyant and has fled up, I would buy it with a stop loss of 32.95. Cipla is another one at new highs, and I think it's breaking out of a very big range. If you look at the last 3 or 4 months of price action, it's really not been able to get past 820.30. So I think it's a good move. It's taking out these levels. So targets of 870, a stop loss of 813 on Cipla. Mind you, this is not just an intraday call. This will take a few days to mature, in my opinion. And finally, Bharti Airtel looks again fairly solid. I'm going to use every dip as an opportunity to buy. 538 would be my near-term target on Bharti. I'll keep a stop loss of 505 while buying. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Rahul. Mitesh, what would be your stop calls?
Anuj, 4 buy calls, couple of them pharma names. A buy on Cadila with a stop at 480 for targets of 515. A buy on Sun Pharma with a stop at 581 for targets of 610. And that about, I also have buys on HUL. Keep a stop below 2372 here and look for targets of 2480. And a buy on SBI Life Insurance. That's a buy with a stop at 856 for targets of 910.
Okay, all right, Mitesh. Thanks very much for that. Well, let's quickly touch base with a company that's going to be in focus today, the stock that is, and we're talking about Paisalo Digital. Now, just a quick refresher, Paisalo, in its earlier avatar, was known as SE Investments, and then the company went through a name change. They were an NBFC into micro lending, and of course, now they're looking at quick loans. Shantanu Agarwal, Deputy CEO of Paisalot, is with us, and the reason why we're having this call is that SBI Life has picked up around 8.5-9% stake in the company. Shantanu, thanks for joining in. First things first, can you tell us, did SBI give you any rationale for this? Is it just a pure financial investment for them, or can this sort of grow into a more strategic partnership?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the show. So SBI is rational as they're a DII, so obviously they pick up various stakes in companies, and they have investments across various sectors. And particularly, this is a transaction between two investors. So one of our investors and SBI Life. So that's the nature of the transaction.
Okay. Shantanu, I don't have too many financial details with me immediately available, but if you could just help us with your top line and profitability trajectory and trends. I was looking at numbers where I think your interest income last year was 3,177. Of course, the current year has been all COVID disruption. But in terms of just growing the balance sheet, what was your pre-COVID, let's say, CAGR trend, and where do you hope to be now?
Okay, so pre-COVID, our CAGR for the last 10 years on the return on the stock was about 58%. For the last about 10 years, we had an AUM, we have a current AUM of about 2,300 crores. Against that, we have a PAT of about 54 crores for FY 2020 and a Q12 PAT of about 36 crores. And a CAR of about 43.15%. So fairly well capitalized, fairly under-leveraged company. Yeah.
Okay,
Hello?
got that. So just for the benefit of our viewers, Paisalot Digital is an NBFC. Yes, we can hear you. You provide loans to individuals, micro, small and medium enterprises. And I was looking at your asset quality as well. You're fairly, you have a very low gross NPA as of now, about 0.82%. Just to understand, where do you see the maximum growth potential? And on this AUM base of around 23,000 crores, what kind of growth are you looking at, say, by the end of FY21 and FY22?
So currently, the company signed up the country's first co-origination agreement with State Bank of India in April 2019. And we were able to create a digital platform and start disbursements under the co-origination platform by October 2019. So we see a massive potential there because we're doing quite a lot of disbursements in that space on a regular basis. Even during COVID, there was a sudden small halt in the period of disbursements when the immediate lockdown was announced. But we were able to fairly get back onto the disbursement levels. And I think we are the only NBFC in the country who's been able to successfully develop, deploy, and continuously service the borrowers under the co-origination platform. So the company's mindset is entirely changing onto the platform of about a maximum exposure of 1 lakh rupees per borrowers and shifting the entire platform to the co-origination platform.
Okay, got that. We're running into market opening, Shantanu, so we'll have to wind up here, but we'll have a more detailed chat with you and understand the business model in greater detail. Stocks are at an all-time high. It has had a dramatic run up, 518. The deals happen at around 590. So we'll have a lengthier conversation and get some more fundamentals going. But right now, need to take a very quick break. We'll come back with the pre-opening rates on the other side.